Okay, what I was saying was that I've been on this no makeup journey. It's been a while. I feel like it's been a little bit over a year now. I feel like it. I don't really keep track of things because time doesn't really work in a linear way for me, but it feels like it's been over a year. It's been a long time since I put makeup on my face, man. And it changed me in so many ways. It started with my hair. It first started with my hair. I shaved my head completely bald and my eyebrows. I didn't have any hair for a while. Then it started growing back and I loved my hair differently. So then I broke up with my makeup. Oh my goodness. I broke up with my makeup. And I threw my makeup away. And y'all, I love painting my face. I love it. I love it. I love it. But it just wasn't good for me. It just wasn't good for me and my relationship with just my naked self. My naked self needed more love, and that includes my face. You know what I mean? She needs that love. She needs more love than I had been raised or brought up to give her. I wasn't taught to love my naked self unconditionally, so as a woman, I have to make sure that I give my naked self the experience of unconditional love that I didn't really get as a child. So sacrificing my makeup, man, it's like a huge step in my self-love journey. Because trust me, I've had so many moments where I'm like, I want to and I miss it, but I think I'm better off without it right now. And I think that it changed my standards. It changed my standards. Because the truth is, I think the type of energy that finds me attractive shifts. There's a shift in it because I think that makeup is like a universal face. Even though every individual person can put makeup on and look different, makeup itself is like a face that is put on. Not just women, but particularly because I am a woman, I'm talking about women. It is a face that women have, that we share as a collective, this idea of makeup. And I felt like once I stopped putting that face on, a lot of the personality traits and behaviors and mannerisms that come along with that face, I also shed. Like I was able to see all of the parts of me that aren't true, that just aren't true. And it made me realize, you know what? I would prefer for a man who doesn't like makeup. For the exact reason that I just explained, it's a face that is put on. You know, it's like a layer on top of your reality. And you could think, oh no, just put a little concealer on. Oh no, I'm just trying to get cute, girl. It ain't that deep. Nah, it's that deep, boo. It's that deep. For real. It is. And I noticed that for me, it is that deep, because anytime I alter my appearance or change myself in any way, it changes the way masculine energy perceives me. It changes what stands out about me to men. And I could just see the shift. I could see the shift in my self-confidence and also how I feel. Because when I realized that I'm not wearing any makeup and maybe I get less attention from men, I'm like, well, is it me? Like, should I be wearing makeup? You know? Like, should I be? And it's just the fact that whether I'm present enough, you know, like my presence before was validated based on how much male attention I got. And also the fact that I was wearing makeup. That if I put on makeup, I felt a little bit more present. But I don't think that's true. I think it's actually the opposite. With the makeup, I'm less present and like somebody else. Now with my nakedness, my naked face, I feel like I can properly assess and evaluate the true nature of reality, especially when I'm questioning whether or not I'm as present just because a man isn't paying me as much attention maybe as he was before, when I had on makeup and I had my weave in and I had on my like tight dress that showed my shape and I was looking like a model. Like when he was giving me that attention, and now I'm just my naked self, and I'm just barefaced, and I'm barefoot, and I'm barehead, and I'm just here, and I just exist, and he's like literally acting like I don't exist. He's literally acting like I don't exist, bro. Like, oh. And then it makes me question, like, oh, do I exist? Like, it just makes you question the appeal of your nature. Am I appealing in my nature? Yes, baby, you are. You are. You're more than just appealing. You're more than just appealing. You're beautiful. You're everything. And so I had to like literally journal about it and just tell myself like, hey, him not paying any attention to you while you're just being your natural self is actually okay. It's okay. Be appreciative that you're seeing these colors so truly. You know what I mean? Like, pay attention. Don't be upset that he's not paying attention to you. Just observe it. You know what I mean? Like, he's showing you the type of man that he is. He's showing you where your value and worth is placed in his mind. Clearly, it's heavily dependent on physical looks and appearances. And I felt like a man who is much more attracted to me when I'm all done up and I got on this makeup. I don't need him in my space anyway. I don't need him around me. I wouldn't want him to pay attention to me. Because he's going to be acting different when I do switch up and I do put on a makeup and I do slide on some heels and I do, you know what I mean? Like when I do. then the energy is going to be different. And then I'm going to be able to know my worth. I'm going to be able to know my value. And I'm going to be able to make that choice. Because I've seen it before. Now, until I sacrificed the makeup, right? Until I let the makeup go, I didn't have a choice, right? It's not really a choice when you don't understand the effect of just the influence of changing your appearance. Sometimes you can accept energies into your space and into your life without even understanding like how you are influencing yourself and your self-worth and your self-confidence and your self-esteem just because you have someone in your space that prefers you in an altered state rather than just who you are. Someone who pays you more attention when you're in an altered state. No. 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 It made me think about men differently in general. And just that male attention is just such a complex, like, concept. Especially when, like, the attention that you've gotten from men have given you confusion about your worth and where you stand. And I think for me, navigating men has always been something. Not even just men, but like, well, it's men now because I'm older and I'm dealing with men. But when I was younger, even boys, like, there was no male figure there in my life. So I am pretty much, all I have is my faith. All I have is my faith to teach me the ins and outs of the masculine. When I was a little girl, I had to navigate through getting boys' attention, and it went just horrible for me as a little girl because, again, I let the wrong people into my space because they were attracted to me for just reasons that weren't true or natural. And I just did not have a great time with like boys when I was younger because I couldn't talk to my mom about it because she wouldn't listen to me. She wouldn't hear me. You can't just ignore boys when you're a little girl. Like that's just not reality. So she was more likely to get angry than to actually help me understand and give me some guidance on the fact that, hey, these little boys don't want anything. They don't want anything from you. It would have been nice for somebody to say that to me, but I couldn't talk to anybody about it. I didn't trust any adults in my life, so I ended up getting into really, really dark, like traumatic experiences throughout school with boys because I just believed that the attention that they were giving me was appropriate. And I feel like I'm talking about it because I wouldn't want my daughter, to go through what I went through in school. It's just unnecessary. Like, there's a lot of experiences that I could have avoided had I just not been dependent on male attention to make me feel present, to make me feel seen or heard. But that also just could be the effect of not feeling seen, not feeling heard from a dominant male figure in my life that I seek validation from. My father. So now that I'm older, okay, I'm 22 and we're dealing with men now, okay, men. And it's different because I'm not a little girl anymore. Like, I'm a woman, so I have to be so much more cautious, like, and aware of how I present myself in the world and what I express in the world about myself. Because I think it sets those standards and it creates those boundaries in my life that would naturally weed out all of the attention that doesn't serve the highest purpose in my life. For real. But it comes with sacrifice. Like, knowing yourself comes with sacrifice. There's a lot of things, a lot of behaviors that you have to let go of that you probably don't want to. That probably seem absolutely harmless. Seem like they really don't have a huge impact on your reality, but they actually do. And there's things that you have to be willing to let go of if you want to know yourself fully and wholeheartedly. And as a woman, two major things that I had to let go of in order to know myself and love me is my hair and my mask. The makeup had to go. And my hair had to go. And I was able to then, once I let go of those things, then I was able to truly have worth, like, in myself, that wasn't based on my physical appearance. It wasn't based on what I look like anymore. It was deeper. It was spiritual. That the worth is below the surface. I know that. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I would rather a guy that prefers for worth below the surface. Not all men are like that. That's okay. That's cool. Maybe some women want their men to enjoy what they look like with makeup because maybe makeup is where they find their worth. And that's cool, you know what I mean? I'm not knocking anybody's lifestyle or anybody's journey. I'm just saying my experiences and my journey. You know what I mean? And I feel like because I feel like it's a privilege, it's like it's a shared thing. The experiences that I've earned, right? Like the love that I've earned for myself, I'm able to share and gift to my man. So if I've learned to love my naked self wholeheartedly and just embrace who I am unconditionally, I can do that for him too. It starts with the self. And I just feel like if you don't ever know what it's like to let go of everything so that you can have everything, then like, how are you trying to give? What are you trying to give? And I think I'm just the type of person where like, I know if I know that the type of love I want to receive is unconditional, wholehearted, and naked, and bare, and just raw and natural, right? Like, I want to be loved in that way. Then I first have to love myself that way. And then I have to be open to sharing that love with someone else. Because I think we all should be loved in that way. We all should be loved in our nature. But it just is important, that I feel like we understand that unconditional love starts inside. And that I feel like a lot of women expect men to love them in their naked selves, but they don't. Have you ever truly given that experience of love to yourself? If you didn't create it first, how do you expect to replicate it, If you haven't given it, how do you receive it? Type of thing. And I feel like I would rather a man who wants me to love him just like how he is, Because in reality, all that other stuff don't impress me. Like the shape ups and the this and the that and the, you know what I mean? Like, I love a man with bushy eyebrows. I do, and I do, and I do. And I do, girl, and I do. I don't mind facial hair, and I love when it's like just untamed. I love untamed men because society just wants to like put y'all down, you know what I mean? And I get it, it look real good when they do get the shape up, look real good when they do, get the beard nice and lined up, you know what I mean? Like, look real good, look real nice, look real handsome. But I mean, at the end of the day, is it necessary? No. Just like how a woman putting weave in her hair and getting acrylics and putting on this makeup, like, look real good, look real nice, look real fine. But like, do we need it? No. And I think it's just emphasizing the no, right? Taking the no, holding the no, and honoring the no. Because we need that no to know the self. Okay, you hear me? That's it. I'm going to end it right there.